I wanted to add a little bit more speed to Tavares' line. And Bobby's been playing really well, and I know that line of Max Domi, Bobby, and Robbie have been really good for us, but Robbie's not in tonight, so just moving guys around a little bit.
Yeah, listen, they've been great. Tavares has been great. Willie's been great for the most part. And you live with Willie and the blenders lately, but this is where I think you want the Matthews line going and the Tavares line going.
Yeah.
And McMahon can do that. He can push.
Yeah. There's a couple factors for me. McMahon deserves to play with some players who produce offense, get in the ozone. I think it'll be, you have the chance of, instead of getting 18 goals out of him, he could be a 25-goal guy with a little more opportunity. So I like that. Also, with the way they've changed their lines, Lorentz has moved up to play on the third line in Robertson's spot. Putting Pacioretty on the other side kind of changes what that line is.
Totally.
They go from being this sort of little squirrely, maybe we'll create offense, to like, oh, that's a big, strong forechecking line.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
It's like you've totally changed the look of your bottom six by making that one move.
Yeah.
Putting Reeves in and then putting Lorentz up, it's a totally different thing.
And also, the second line with Tavares and Nylander's kind of been stuck offensively. They haven't been creating. Willie's gone 7 games. So, yeah, this hopefully can jumpstart them a bit. One thing for Willie, in his defense, he hasn't had 3 straight games with the same centerman in a month. So
that's what the $11.5 million is for.
Well, sure. Yeah, you're still supposed to create, but it's not been ideal circumstances.
Got to shoot in it. It's 7 games here now. And he's classic. It's like a baseball player. He's carrying his offense out to the field where it's like balls are skipping past his glove at third. Like he's throwing it over the first baseman. It's just.
He said he'd sleep on our show the other day. He has naps.
No.
He takes seasonal naps.
No, you just didn't say he takes naps. You said 12 game naps. He's still got 5 to go, or he's just going to sleep, according to you.
I may not be wrong.
Well, maybe with the shake-up tonight, Tavares, maybe it's some McMahon, some pace on the wings there that looks good together. But, yeah, he needs to get it going here.
Only guy in the league on pace for 50 goals this year is Draisaitl. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
So everybody slow down.
Apparently.
Reinhardt?
Yep. And Kucherov hurt, maybe? Oh, Kaprizov hurt. So that's part of the reason why.
Last thing, public enemy number 1 today, Garnet Hathaway. Berube was asked about him today at practice, and this is what he said.
Well, I don't talk about him at all, really. I mean, I don't really know for me, we know what kind of player he is. He's a hard player, and he does a good job at it. He's physical, and we know he's going to be physical, and we know he's not going to shy away from it, and just got to be prepared for it.
I think the job.
We don't want to react. We want to initiate, and that's the biggest thing, is not reacting and taking retaliatory penalties. You're going to get hit in this league, and things are going to happen. It's about being disciplined.
I don't want to see Reeves go after him right away.
No.
I want let it stew a little bit. Let it percolate.
Chili. It's better to let it
outside of Hathaway, what do the Flyers have here?
Well, see, this is what I was going to say.
What are they? Well, come on.
Are you going to be that concerned with Garnet Hathaway? Like, if your game plan involves worrying about Garnet Hathaway, you might not be setting up the best chance to win for yourself. However, I understand that as a team in this league in the middle of the season, you don't also want to just let a guy injure a teammate and do nothing.
I don't think you're going to let him off the hook tonight. I just say that sometimes the anticipation of something happening can really alter a whole hockey game. It can make people that don't do it actually more nervous and more apprehensive. It's like once you see 2 tough guys fight, there's a lot of guys on your bench that don't do it that can say, okay, I'm glad that's over. Now we can just focus on the game.
Yeah.
And it can alter a hockey game when some of the non-guys are watching this.
Well, what's hard for that?
And I look at the Flyers, and then past Hathaway, there's nothing there.
Konechny's going to go annoy you.
Yeah, maybe Konechny. I don't think you're going to intimidate him, but there's others out there that can not feel that comfortable out there. And it's not. I think it would play in the Toronto's favor, knowing that something may be coming. You just don't know when.
And for me, what a crazy concept. Like Reeves or whoever it is in that situation would have to have so much confidence in their ability to fight, to handle themselves. I don't know if you've ever heard the expression "eat the frog," but it's like if your job is to eat a frog in a day, the best time to eat it is as soon as you wake up. Get it over with. Do the hard work first. Just be done with it and move on.
You're not frying it or anything
I've
first?
never-
or-
Wake
I've
up and
never
eat
heard
the
that.
frog. And if your job is to eat 2 frogs, eat the biggest one first. It's like, just get the crap out of the way. Whatever you do with
It's like
your
a
day.
workout.
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
up
and get it
you
done by
hate-
8.
If
Just
you
a-
hate working out,
yeah.
wake up, eat the frog, do the workout, and then you're done.
Is this a BC thing?
I've never heard this either.
What is it?
never heard it.
Alaska? Did you get this from Alaska?
It's a Mark Twain quote.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Wow.
Way
I
over our
I
heads.
haven't cracked one of those books in a while.
But the point is that if I'm Ryan Reeves, how do you go into a game being like, I have to fight Garnet Hathaway, and then you just stare at that frog the whole
Now,
game?
if Garnet wants to turn around and say, let's get this over with,
Yeah.
you're not going to
Back it down.
You're not,
Yeah.
exactly. You're not.
Yeah.
If that's
I guess it's really Hathaway who's got a frog to eat here. So
We should go, but
maybe I had that
Guaranteed.
backwards.
Guaranteed.
you just like
Right?
it kind
Let's
of.
just do this.
You just like it kind of hanging over.
just
Have
a
it-
little
you
bit.
know what, I
have
think
it
Chip's
hanging.
right.
Yeah, have it hanging
Just
over the game
a
a bit.
little bit.
Particularly when you think Reeves is
Okay.
the tougher guy,
Yeah.
right? He's the heavier.
Like, no one's going to the ice box when Reeves and Hathaway are on the ice tonight.
Yeah.
Correct. All
Oh,
right.
and it'll be pointed out. You'll hear CC going,
Oh, yeah.
they'll
Timmer will
know.
mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick break. When we return, Daniel Briere, former NHLer, general manager of the Philadelphia Flyers, we're going to get his thoughts on Garnet Hathaway and what we could expect tonight from his hockey club. That and more when we return to Real Kipper and Bourne. Right back at you. Real Kipper and Bourne. Nick Kiprios, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee. All right, let's welcome in Daniel Briere, former NHLer, general manager, helping us tee up tonight's contest between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Daniel, how are you, man? Thanks for doing this.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I'm doing great. Thank you.
All right, so let's just start right now in terms of a little bit of a carryover from the other night against the Toronto Maple Leafs. A lot of people around here may be focusing a little bit on a Garnet Hathaway these days. Just before we get into maybe some specifics going up against a guy like Ryan Reeves, just overall, what has you brought you? Because at the end of the day, Daniel, we know there's not that many guys that can play a tough brand of hockey, but there's something there that that makes him quite valuable to you guys as well, right?
Yeah, Garnet has been really an amazing player for us. Brings a physicality that, nowadays the game has changed a lot and there's not as much of it. And having a guy that can also play, he's fast, he's good on the forecheck, he brings intensity, he can kill penalties for us, and he plays with an edge. So he's an important player. I remember watching him playing against us and run our defensemen all the time. So when we had the chance to sign him, bring him in the fold, we thought he'd be a great fit for our team, and he really has been.
Chris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin to Los Angeles Kings, possible deal with Toronto Maple Leafs. In an interesting twist in the NHL trade market, new rumors are emerging about Chris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin potentially being traded to the Los Angeles Kings. Sources indicate that the Kings, who have been one of the most active teams in recent weeks, are evaluating the possibility of bolstering their defense with Beauchemin, while Versteeg, who brings strong offensive capabilities, could be a key piece in a larger trade. This move becomes even more intriguing considering the Kings' surplus of offensive pieces available for trade, exactly what the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking for to strengthen their roster. It's speculated that with Versteeg included in the deal, the Leafs could be targeting a possible addition like Wayne Simmons, along with a mid-range draft pick. This move makes sense given Simmons' struggles this season, as he has yet to find his top form on the ice. To add more drama to the trade talk, there are even whispers that veteran defenseman Tomas Kaberle could be included, opening the door for a potential pursuit of Braden Shen. If completed, this move could have a significant impact on reshaping the Leafs lines and adding more depth to the team. Stay tuned for updates to see if these trades come to fruition and how they might shape the future of Toronto and Los Angeles this season. In an interesting twist in the NHL trade market, new rumors are emerging about Chris Versteeg and Francois Beauchemin potentially being traded to the Los Angeles Kings. Sources indicate that the Kings, who have been one of the most active teams in recent weeks, are evaluating the possibility of bolstering their defense with Beauchemin, while Versteeg, who brings strong offensive capabilities, could be a key piece in a larger trade. This move becomes even more intriguing considering the Kings' surplus of offensive pieces available for trade, exactly what the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking for to strengthen their roster. It's speculated that with Versteeg included in the deal, the Leafs could be targeting a possible addition like Wayne Simmonds, along with a mid-range draft pick. This move makes sense given Simmonds' struggles this season, as he has yet to find his top form on the ice. To add more drama to the trade talk, there are even whispers that veteran defenseman Tomas Kaberle could be included, opening the door for a potential pursuit of Brayden Schenn. If completed, this move could have a significant impact on reshaping the Leafs lines and adding more depth to the team. The Kings' situation is complex, as they are in the midst of a transitional period. Their aging roster, which includes a core group that led them to several successful playoff campaigns in the past, has seen some struggles in recent seasons. While there's a clear need for defensive help, Los Angeles may also want to improve their offensive consistency in order to make a deep playoff push. The combination of Boschemann's defensive reliability and Versteeg's offensive upside could help the Kings balance their lineup. From the Leafs' perspective, this potential deal is about retooling for the future. The team is in a position to compete, but they also need to solidify certain areas on the ice. Adding a player like Wayne Simmonds could provide the grit and scoring touch that the team has been missing. Furthermore, acquiring a mid-range draft pick could help with future team-building efforts, as Toronto looks to remain competitive while still developing young talent. The inclusion of Kaberle in the trade package could be a strategic move for both teams. The veteran defenseman, who has been with the Leafs for a long time, has seen his role diminished in recent seasons. However, his experience and offensive abilities could be a valuable asset for Los Angeles, who could use a steady presence on the blue line to help their younger players develop. The talk surrounding Brayden Schenn's potential involvement in the deal adds an intriguing layer to the negotiations. Schenn, a versatile forward, has shown flashes of brilliance but has been inconsistent at times. If the Leafs are able to land him, it could be a great opportunity for both the player and the team to find success together. Schenn's physicality, two-way game, and leadership could be exactly what the Leafs need to bolster their forward group. While the trade market can be volatile and unpredictable, these rumors suggest that both the Kings and Leafs are preparing for significant changes. For Toronto, this could mark the beginning of a new era, with a focus on adding more experience and depth. For Los Angeles, the trade could be a chance to retool and address some of the weaknesses in their lineup, while still competing for a playoff spot this season. Of course, as with any trade rumors, it's important to remember that these discussions are fluid and can evolve quickly.